Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more League of Legends. Yes, because yesterday I did watch quite a bit actually with the Senna cinematic, which was gorgeous and awesome, and oh my god, I want to see what she gonna have for abilities. And then, of course, the mini recap of the stuff Riot's gonna release. And I was getting comments about that and telling me that there is this longer version where the real recap where they go through more about the stuff they're gonna release. And that they wanted me to react to this and give my thoughts and stuff like that. So I decided to do that. I'm gonna watch the entire thing here. However, since I said this is almost 50 minutes long, so it's a pretty long video, I decided to make this timestamp here where you can jump in if there is a particular thing you want to see me react to. So it's not perfect, but it's ish, you know, somewhere around there. So hopefully it works. And yes, we're gonna jump into this. I'm curious to see what Riot is about to unleash on us. My head. I actually accidentally hit something. I don't know why. But yes, we're gonna jump into this, and I am legit so fucking curious about this. There's...
Hi everyone, this is Colby playing
this old
open beta. Pretty cool game here.
We gotta introduce
that
him to
was
Vigor
old.
If you haven't seen him already, he might be just the best mid laner in the world.
처음 코스프레 시작하니까 해결할 게 많네.
I've just been building up and working on my skill set.
We're playing TFT today. This is
Aw.
my very first round. I am nervous as heck. Yes, assassin.
Alright, let's do it.
Dude, I'm rocking this music.
Yeah, it's amazing because this world has been historic.
That is bad. Gosh. Was that Jill's rifle? No, Caitlyn's. Oh my god, that's so cool.
I'm French.
Oh, that I remember that arrow. Bro. Oh, that's so nada. This is so cool. Oh. Ah.
The upset is complete as the kills come through. The SKT dynasty is over.
Abi 1,5 saniyede ölüyoruz.
A lot of people feel like Dynamic Q kills the competitiveness of League.
아, 이 게임 진짜 짜증나.
I made some really bad mistakes, and I died a lot for no reason.
Hemos hecho mucho esfuerzo.
There's been times where even I don't believe in myself and everyone's telling me I'm washed up.
I'm really sorry to all my fans.
Hilarious, man.
I let you guys down.
All we'll have to do is get better, you know?
I got beat so bad the last game. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than before.
그렇게 끝나면 안 되지. 한 번 더.
Oh god.
It was these guys who made me keep going and believed in me.
Oh yeah, boom!
Oh, poor guy.
May your mana points overflow and your AoE stick. May supports cover your flanks. May your marksman aim true.
Oh,
Yo no me pensé esa aquí, ¿no?
sweet.
Entonces, es uno de los claros ejemplos que quisiera dar a todas las personas.
Anything is possible.
Ah, that's... God. Oh, oh. Oh, that was a cool. That is. Oh, that is so cool! Excuse me? What was that? What was that for a third laser? What the fuck was that? Aram? No, Aram still have 2. Or am I just dumb? Probably that, but... My god, first of all, this was... Oh god, this gave me shivers. Oh, what I really love with this is that they didn't just showcase the epic stuff, you know, the only good stuff, but that this is a game with people and a massive-ass community, and not everything is roses. There are lots of thorns as well that it is problematic, and as we got to see there, the struggles and the failures and the, well, obviously we didn't get to see all the bad stuff, like all the toxic shit that exists in this game and in any game. And that is not only a problem with League of Legends, and they exist in all games. And in the end, I don't say it's game fault, it's the people's fault after all. You know, I don't say it like it's not the gun that shoot, but it's the person that do that. Though I do say, don't have guns. Guns are scary. Guns are bad. Most of the time at least. But ignoring that, I must say I just really enjoyed this. And seeing how it built up. And you got to see the map building up. And how it started to crack. But then it formed again. Like, yeah. That was really, really awesome. And that is the thing I do love with this game and most community. And it goes for many other, like Toho community, Overwatch community, and many of these big games. Is the people that create, like we saw the cosplayers, we saw all these games they play, streamers and Twitchers, and there's so many people that lifts this up. I mean, this game wouldn't be anything without us, the gamers, the people around it, we that play it. And that goes for all communities and all games, so to speak. Maybe it's just me being a bit of an, sugarcane or whatever. Sugarcane? Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about either, so. But that was awesome. I really like this. That was a good opening. A real good one.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Joe here again on behalf of the League dev team.
Well, thank you, Joe. Very nice to see you.
Today, we...
Fun fact, tung in Swedish is heavy. So you're Joe heavy for me.
have a very special Riot Please for you. Of course, we're going to tell you all about our plans for the upcoming preseason. We'll also give you an update on TFT and much more. In fact, we've got a lot of great updates to share today, so be sure to stay tuned through the end of the show. But before we cover any of that, I want to talk about something important. This month marks a very special occasion.
Oh yeah.
In just over a week, it'll have been 10 years to the day since League's official release date. For us, League has always been a game that we build together with all of you. Truth is, you've always been the ones who've made League more than just a game. You've made incredible art.
Yeah.
You've created memes. You've showed us in a million different ways that you care about League, that games matter enough to become a meaningful part of your lives. You've helped us make League more than a game. For us, celebrating League's 10-year anniversary is a chance to say thank you to all of you who've helped us build League, brick by brick. And to show our appreciation, here's what we've got planned. First up, 10 days of gifting. For 10 days, starting October 17th, we'll be celebrating you, the League community, with a small gift every day you log in. And no, it's not just summoner icons, although of course we gotta give you one of those. All you'll need to qualify is a League account that was created before this broadcast began. We want the rest of this month to feel like a real celebration. So expect to see SR looking a little brighter than normal. Your shop is coming back. And because it's a special occasion, for the first time ever, there will be a chance that your shop contains legendary tier skins. In the past, we've spoken about our reasons for moving away from classic URF to the all-random URF mode. But this is a time to celebrate and pull out all the stops.
Oh, God.
So for the first time in over 4 years, we're bringing back URF with full champion select.
I love this song, man. Though, as some comments said, like, with that, we're gonna have a hell. I mean, Karthus, Teemo, Shaco, and many others, they're gonna be, oh god. One of the worst combos I personally met when I was playing URF a couple of years ago, when you picked whatever you wanted, was a do a bot lane with where I fought against Alistair and Blitzcrank. You know, I was so knocked up that I felt pregnant through the screen, pretty much. I mean, seriously, it was a mess. It was just, there was nothing you could do. Literally, like, okay, oh nay, I'm dead. It was shit. So it's gotta be.
It'll be available from October 28th through November 8th, so you can keep the celebration going. Over the last decade, you haven't just helped make League a great game. You've helped make the world a better place. All the way back in 2010, you bought the URF Warwick skin, and together we raised money to save actual manatees. In 2011, after a devastating earthquake in Japan, you and Nurse Akali raised more than $160,000 for the Red Cross and provided relief to hundreds of thousands of people in need. The following year, you banded together and through the Jacksima skin contributed to the Make-A-Wish Foundation in honor of a League player named Joe. In 2017, we committed over $2 million from the proceeds from Championship Ash to 3 great charities that you voted for. And last year, with the help of Brian, a cancer survivor who helped us design the Dark Star Cho'Gath skin, you all raised over $6 million for 20 charities around the world. That's the power of the League community.
Seriously.
When we come together, we can accomplish truly remarkable things all over the world, in all of the communities we're a part of. And we know there's a huge appetite out there to do even more. So today, we're announcing a new initiative called the Riot Games Social Impact Fund. This unique nonprofit will be the engine for our collective efforts around global social impact. Since establishing the fund earlier this year, we've already donated over $4 million to charities around the world. As a global game, we know it's important for you to choose which charities the money raised in your region goes to. And that's what this fund will make possible. Later this year, we'll be releasing Dawnbringer Karma, the first skin where all proceeds will go to the Social Impact Fund. On behalf of...
I'm not a Karma maid, but my god, she can sit on me. God, that's an amazing skin. And seriously, what is even more amazing is the fact, hearing about how much people, the community, have raised to support people and helping the world in through the game and stuff like this. That's an amazing thing Seriously, it's just show like believing in humans and all of that. The only thing that was what I'm so happy about. But now it's the more cynical part of me is the like Riot is such a massive company, and I really do hope that they also support the charities. Now I haven't checked it up, so I hope they do that. Otherwise, it would feel kind of greedy if it is we, the gamers and community, that support, but not Riot themselves anything. But I do assume they do that. But then again, the latest years with all the corporation capitalist stuff going on have just made me cynical against companies. I'm sorry, but in general, that is how I feel about those stuff. But still, I'm amazed by the great kindness in people. That is something to be proud of. Definitely.
Everyone at
I love
Riot,
that.
thank you for everything you've done. The good we can do together is just getting started. Okay, let's hear about what we've got planned for preseason.
Hey everyone, Jess here. Before we get into preseason, I want to share a small announcement that'll make players in one particular part of the world happy. We know that there are many League players in the Middle East and North Africa who love League and have been playing on European and North American servers, and that we can do a better job of supporting them. We are proud to announce that we will be supporting these players by gradually offering all Riot Games products and services in Arabic.
That is nice.
Okay, on to preseason changes. Over the years, Summoner's Rift has changed a lot. Sometimes in small adjustments to things you're already familiar with, and sometimes in complete overhauls or totally new additions.
Oh, the old map, man, the old map. I know there's lots of people that are like, oh, you know, the nostalgic feeling. And that is not weird. I mean, it's natural after all. But for me, when I see old games from the old maps, I'm like, wow, that's very old. So I'm really happy they did rework the entire map like this.
We've always thought of Summoner's Rift as a living, breathing place with enough depth to be fun and interesting, whether it's your first time playing or if you're a seasoned veteran. And to that end, Preseason 2020, Rise of the Elements, will introduce new emergent gameplay opportunities on the map, meant to open fresh strategies to master, outplay, and win. The biggest change here is the new Elemental Rift system. As teams take down Elemental Drakes, one element will eventually dominate the Rift, permanently altering the map. Each Elemental Rift impacts teamfights, rotations, vision, and objective control in a unique way, meaning no one game will play out the same as the last, even if everyone's on the same champ. Infernal knocks down walls and burns down brush.
Dude.
Mountain adds new terrain to play around. Ocean makes brush grow larger and spawn extra honey fruit, and Cloud turns pathways into wind tunnels that increase movement speed.
That is
Elemental buffs are also getting an overhaul, with the final stat of each element offering powerful effects that aren't just stats. Plus, Cloud Drake should be more satisfying now that we've switched it to grant CDR on your ult. And don't worry, we're not letting Elder Dragon be one-upped by its younger siblings. When the game gets to Elder, we know the game's progressed pretty far. And to that end, we want to change the invisible parts of Elder buff into power that more clearly tells you to fight and push through to the end. Elder buff's keeping its burn effect, but instead of the large passive stat stick Elder currently gives, it'll now ground and execute against enemies below a certain health threshold. Dragons aside, we're also making a few map changes to add more outplay opportunities. Top and bot are getting new alcoves to shake up vision control and ganks. And we're adding some new brush by the blue buff river entrances.
Oh. Surprise, motherfucker.
That's just the start of what Preseason has to offer. We'll be publishing a dev blog shortly after the stream with more info on these changes, plus a ton of others we didn't have the time to get to here. Next up, we've got a piece to show you.
Okay, the changes to the map like that, holy crap. Oh god, I mean, I must say I really like the idea of the entire map changing a bit, depending on the dragon and stuff like that, the dominant dragon, so to speak. I think that is a very cool thing. As long as it's not so it's that, I mean, for me, I'm a dumb person. I'm not smart, so I will be like, and whatever happens. So I would probably take time for me to get used to that, but I'm curious to see how it's gonna play out, especially in the pro league, the tournaments, and the pro teams, how they will play around this and see how that's gonna go. And I like that they added a little bit more, like more bushes and these little alcoves. I think that is a pretty nice thing there, actually. I mean, it's nothing extreme, but it's still a little major change to things, shaking it up a little bit. And I'm curious. The thing I'm wondering about is the execution ability. I mean, holy shit! And those times I'm proud that yes, I survived with 2 HP, motherfuckers. Haha, sap. That's gonna suck. I hope that would happen. But in general, I'm curious about the entire thing there. I personally want to see how that's gonna be. So.
Following his relentless pursuit of his nemesis, Lucian finally comes face to face with his past, kicking off a new chapter of one of League's oldest rivalries. Check it out.
Oh yeah. Since I already watched this, I will skip over this. What I'm gonna say right away is, I'm sorry if I pronounced fresh wrong. I assume it was pronounced fresh, like it's fresh, because the TH kind of thing. I am dumb, and I must say I really do like how Senna and Lucian, how Lucian literally uses his dash ability to dash in to hug Senna. And if you want to see my reaction to this, the video is on my channel. I did react to it yesterday, so that is why I decided it's not worth to jump in and watch this again. So, well, it is worth, because it's awesome, but you don't need a second reaction on me seeing this. So, but I'm really curious, and I was actually right. It's Senna's gonna be an marksman support. I'm curious how that's gonna play out. I'm really curious. That is ominous.
That's right. Senna is coming to League of Legends as our first ever support marksman. She'll be available on PvE October 29th. Ooh. Summoner's Rift isn't the only mode that's evolving this year. Let's talk a little bit about League's newest permanent game mode, Teamfight Tactics.
Oh,
when we launched Teamfight Tactics earlier this year, we hoped you'd love it, and the response has blown us away. TFT has brought millions of players to League. It's one of the biggest modes we've ever added to League, and it has us feeling incredibly inspired about ways we can keep investing into TFT for years to come. One of the biggest ways we're going to be changing the game in the near future is with seasonal sets. A couple of times per year, we'll rotate in a whole new host of champions, origins, classes, and items. TFT will always be about strategic depth and exploration. In the new sets, we'll keep some of the mechanics familiar, but we'll also reimagine a few favorites, and we'll introduce others that are totally new. Thematically, we can explore the entire League universe and the alternate universes by drawing deep from the whole spectrum of champions and skins that we've created in the past 10 years.
Oh, even the skins.
The first seasonal set is coming to live servers in just 3 weeks. It's called Rise of the Elements, just like Preseason. It will feature totally new origins like Desert, Inferno, Poison, and new classes including the Summoners and Mystics. New champions like Lux, Annie, Olaf, and even some old favorites bringing new twists. Those that played in the beta season will get rewarded for their climb, and we'll reset the ladder as we bring improvements to the system. And of course, Set 2 wouldn't be complete without a whole new host of little legends, arena skins, and some brand new things to make you and your team look good.
No.
It'll hit PvE October 22nd, and we've just published a devlog on LeagueOfLegends.com with more details. Check it out and let us know what you think. One more thing. From the moment we launched TFT, players have been asking for a mobile version of the game. It turns out, you guys actually do have phones. So by popular demand, we're announcing Teamfight Tactics as its own separate app for iOS and Android devices. It's coming in early 2020, and we'll have a few betas coming in December of this year. It'll feature full cross-platform play with the PC version of TFT.
That's nice. What was that from? I saw the corner of your mouth moving there, Joe. Are you trying to hide something? But okay, TFT. I mean, I have been playing it a bit. I was like, I don't want to brag, but I was iron. I did, well, mostly I played just random games because I'm not a very competitive person and all that. But I must say, I really like the idea of it. And how the game works and stuff like that. Really fun. Though at times I felt like And obviously this is just still, when I was playing, was still just beta and all of that, how some roles and classes was just insane. Nobles, at least for a while, they were like so broken. And yeah, but still it's really cool. And seeing that it comes to the mobile phone, I think is actually makes sense, because it is kind of game that actually feel fitting for a mobile game, for a mobile phone and all of that, you know? And it's a game that I definitely probably will most likely play more on phone than on PC, because when I'm on PC I probably play rather normal League of Legends, so to speak. So that is just a nice update, and since it's cross-platform as well, it's just a win for me, in my opinion.
We hope you're as excited as we are for what's coming for SR and TFT. There's something else we'd like to share. It's something we've been working on for a while.
A keyboard!
And some of you might even be expecting one. TFT isn't the only thing going multi-platform.
Ooh.
Coming soon, we'll be bringing the League experience to both mobile and consoles. So let's take a first look at League of Legends Wild Rift.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Oh.
Hey there, it's Michael Chow.
Hello.
I've been dying to talk to you about the Wild Rift, which is coming soon to console and mobile. It's taken us years, way too long to do this, but we had to get it right. We needed to figure out how to bring a true League experience to other platforms in a way that's worthy of your love, your time, your investment. And we think we've finally gotten there with the Wild Rift, and we're thrilled to be able to share it with you. Now, why bring League to other platforms in the first place? Well, for years, many of you have been telling us that the marquee League PC experience is sometimes tough to fit into your lifestyle, which can change from 1 week to the next, 1 month to the next, one year to the next. You've also been telling us that you simply can't play League with a lot of the friends you love to game with. Yes, because of their lifestyles as well, but also because League takes a long time to learn. The matches are really long and so on. So we built a new Rift that you can play on console and mobile with 15 to 20 minute matches and a dual stick control scheme that's intuitive and satisfying and still super deep. We've also added some new systems that preserve the core 5v5 gameplay you know, while adding a few twists that we think really shine on mobile and console. Now, Wild Rift is not a port of the PC game. Taking SR and just shoving it onto new platforms wasn't going to work. To get the gameplay just right, we needed to rebuild from scratch. We spent a long time making sure this will be a true League of Legends experience that's worthy of devoting your precious game time. Wild Rift has incredible depth, and you can make those same badass 200 IQ outplays and team plays you know and love from League PC.
Man. Oh, Malphite, my boy! You're hard rock as hard as rock, I mean. Man, I mean, I must say it looks actually quite cool. Oh, Blitzcrank.
We'll be straight with you. There are some downsides to the from-scratch approach we've taken. We're not going to have every single champ and skin available on all platforms. And although you won't get the same unlocks between League on PC and this version, you will get great rewards for the time you've spent with League over the last 10 years. But like I said, we think these trade-offs are worth it. Starting from scratch has given us the opportunity to do a full visual remaster on a ton of the game. We've also taken the time to build an all-new collection system that lets you show off all your champs and skins in an incredibly immersive way.
Dude.
We think this is so dope. We're just going to play this for a bit so you can enjoy it.
Oriana, I love that skin, man. That is so cool! That is... Oh my god! Yo, I love that! Ew. Man, fine, fuck yes! Man.
We've got so much more to show you, but that's everything from me for now. As you saw earlier, League on PC has some huge plans ahead, but we'd love for you to join us on the Wild Rift when the game releases in your region. We're rolling out limited alphas and betas in select regions later this year, with plans to roll out on most platforms in most regions globally by the end of 2020. So whether you're grinding ranked on Summoner's Rift, popping poros in ARAM, going full glacial in TFT,
damn glacials also sucks. Damn
or
stuff.
squeezing in a game on the Wild Rift, we hope that there's a place for you and your friends to dive into the world of League together.
Perana? I expect Jin.
10 years ago.
Oh, what the fuck is your name? Not Cuddleton. For some reason, I know it's something. He have a very fancy name. He look fancy and he have a fancy name. But okay, seeing Wild Rift, I must say, I think it's a pretty nice thing. I mean, that they make an entirely new version for phone and all of that. I think that is a great thing, actually. I mean, as I said, it's not everyone that has time to play constantly. I mean, many of us work. Well, I don't work at the moment, but when I did work, and you know, you don't. Maybe you're too tired. You don't have the time, and you traveling a lot. I mean, seriously, when one of my jobs, I was traveling for about 45 minutes one way. And, you know, that's a lot of time. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I was most of the time just sleeping there. And that is a perfect time to play games and stuff like that. So I could definitely see it as a good thing. And as long as it doesn't affect that, the PC version, so to speak, I think it's just a win-win, I guess, in my opinion. I don't think I would play it mainly, though, but I would love to give it a try. And seeing Mecha Mel fight, one of my favorite skills with one of my favorite champions. My fucking god! Why did you need to show that to me? Fucking damn! That was pretty cool, I will say.
Being an esports fan was hard. Tournaments were few and far between. Streaming was still in its infancy.
When we held our Season 1 tournament at DreamHack, we had like 100 folding chairs, half of them were empty. But you tuned in en masse, 1 million on the stream, and that show of force gave us the permission to go big, to lay the groundwork for a sport that would be worthy of the passion from the players, the teams, and the fans.
We saw the potential, but our journey was not without setbacks and failures.
Along the way, we faced our fair share of detractors.
We often struggle to deliver an experience worthy of your expectations. But you continue to show up.
A record-shattering 99.6 million viewers tuned in to...
I'm sorry, but his name is Need Ham? I need ham too! Seriously! I'm just...
watch Invictus Gaming face off against Fnatic at last year's World Championship.
지금은 100개가 넘는 전문 e스포츠 팀에 1000명 이상의 프로 선수들이 전 세계 13개의 프로 리그에서 경쟁합니다.
Damn.
These organizations now mirror more traditional sports orgs.
It's coaches, analysts, personal trainers, and sponsors.
There are thousands of professionals around the world whose full-time careers are in the sport of League of Legends.
In the years ahead, you'll see more features like ProView and more blending of sports and entertainment with experiences like the Elder Dragon and KDA.
Even if you're silver in League, you can prove you're a challenger to your coach in the new League of Legends Esports Manager coming out next year.
Build your legacy. It's like DraftKings, you know. It's gotta you bet money and I'm kind of the gambling part of stuff like that. I think it was that. But seriously though, I don't know why, but I get a feeling like the rock star era of esport, you know, like, yeah, we're gonna play games, party, and do drugs and whatever. Please don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Drugs are really bad. But was it Riverton the Third he was named? Was it something like that? I just know it's something really fancy, and Freak is probably one of my favorite because he makes puns as well. He's a punny guy.
You'll see more investment into studios like the one we're in right now, which was developed to power not only our LPL league, but also our 10th World Championship, a multi-city spectacle taking place in China next year.
Now, the next few years of esports will no doubt be epic. But more immediately, we're just as excited about what's right in front of us, the 2019 World Championship.
16 teams from around the world are competing in Berlin for the chance to raise the Summoners Cup. Top teams who survive the group stage will travel to Madrid before completing their journey on November 10th at the 2019 World Finals in Paris.
We are so grateful to all of you for watching, for supporting, and for believing in the potential of League. We could not have done this without you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obrigado.
Thank you.
teşekkürler. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you to all of you for helping make League of Legends a global sport.
For all of you and all the support you've put into League of Legends, thank you so much.
See? I guess we could say it was crystal clear. Because the crystal. It's like the music playing and all that, and the scenery is like, you know, in a military action movie or something like that, you know, where the general's walking by. I need to know the stuff. What's going on?
We have creeps joining the army, sir.
Oh, for fuck's sake, those creeps. Send in our best.
Okay, we're sending in Trindami.
More Lux skits. No, thank you. No, I like Lux and all that, but I'm saying more skins to Malphite or Poppy. I'm just saying. And many others. Many others.
Even in the early days, we knew we wanted League to be about characters.
Ghostcrawler? Holy shit! Man, I remember him way back in when he was working in Blizzard and all that. Greg Street. I even have the pet named after him, Ghostcrawler, on my hunter. Still after all these years.
Clearly defined themes and deep gameplay. But we were all passionate at heart with very little practical expertise. Some of our early efforts managed to capture something magical, but we knew a lot of them had room to improve. I've always believed that we've made something great when it resonates deeply with you all. All that love that you put into our world and the appreciation you show when we get something right inspires us to keep trying. At first, the League universe existed only within the game. Then, we realized players wanted to know more about the world, but we were a little scared that we were going to screw it up. So, we invested in small experiments to try to get better. But now we're entering a new era. You're going to see us try a lot of different ways for you to engage with the world of League of Legends. From comics to novels, board games, music videos, TV. I know this all sounds a little crazy, but like with everything we do, we're going to look to you to let us know what's working, and we'll double down on those areas.
Oh, they got it. Oh man, I did check that one on Spotify. Oh man, I need that. I need that. Announce I am 8-bit double up. 8-bit? Can I have 8-bit? Oh no, I would love that. I love, you know, this 8-bit kind of music, you know. I love when people do that of other songs and Nintendo stylish. But my god, I love to see that because all this stuff like art and things, I love art. For those that have been following my channel and stuff like that, I try to promote as many artists as I can from time to time because I know the amount of work to make art, and seeing art like the splash art and stuff like that in League of Legends and art in general is just amazing. I love that. So I'm your little demon. Go back to that room. I want to listen more.
Hey, Toa, how's the latest summon? Oh, it's pretty good, I think.
Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah, man, that sounds great.
Yeah. Need to fight. That music is
Hey
awesome.
guys, how's Worlds going? Hey, it's going really well. Have to go, dude. See you in Paris.
What happened? That was a lot of sound there. And I like that. Oh, the little Nautilus there. You know, if I ever get a fish tank, which I actually would love, I definitely need to have a Nautilus figurine in it, because Nautilus is, I like Nautilus. He sucks to fight though, because he's like CC extraordinaire, but I like him. I like him.
Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they run into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, guys. Legends never die.
Ow! You're back. Legends never die. Legends never die. I love that song. I'm prettier than him. I want to know what that is! What is that for Blitzcrank stuff? I want to know! I need to know! Ow. Seriously, that was some good beats. I don't want to brag, but I'm a master beater.
So for the last 10 years, we haven't just been making League of Legends.
We always knew we wanted to make new games eventually, but not at the expense of, the growth and the needs of League of Legends.
A lot of us spent our youth playing shooters, like really hard shooters.
Strategy games.
It had a Street Fighter 2 machine.
I love games that bring me somewhere new.
One of my all-time favorite games, for example, is Civilization. The single-player side, not the multiplayer side.
Magic the Gathering, by far.
I've been a card game player my whole life.
I grew up playing lots of classic adventure games.
I play a lot of MMORPGs, which tend to last basically forever.
I was going to the arcade every day after school.
I've been a dungeon master for 30 years.
I think Riot is a collection of people that started as players that wanted to make new experiences or better experiences, so they became developers while remaining players.
Whether you're a tactical shooter fan, or fighting game fan, or strategy card game fan, you can count on Riot to support those needs with a really, really strong long-term mindset.
Even though we all love League of Legends, I think we also all love to imagine the possibility of what would it be like to run around and explore the world of Runeterra? How could we enable experiences for players to go explore with their friends?
I hope that in the same way when you see a Disney movie and then you go to Disneyland and getting to actually walk around and explore a space that you know really well feels so magical. I hope that's the kind of experience that we can give to players. That feeling of actually seeing something and then going there in person and wandering around as though it were real.
We didn't build League of Legends, right? We started it, we seeded it, and then we built it with the community of players, right? The players have showed us ways to play our game that we never imagined, right? And they're continuing to do that.
You know, we just exposed a whole bunch of information about what we're making. As we become, I think, more transparent, that they will know that we are always thinking about them first.
As a developer, it's such an exciting time when you've been working on something sort of behind the scenes for such a long period of time, and you start to show it to the rest of the world to get feedback.
About a month ago at EVO, we were able to share news about Project L with fighting game fans around the world, live and in person. That was a crazy, surreal experience because we've been working on this for a little while, and we've always had to be so secretive. What I think League of Legends players expect from this game is different, but in some ways harmonious with what I think fighting game players expect from this game. Everyone wants a great game, but what we've been seeing is that people are really excited to see Runeterra champions like in a new light, even like from a new camera angle. Making fighting games is really, really tough. These are intricate games to make, and while we're a good ways towards making something that we think is really cool, we still have a long way to go. We're gonna go dark for a while after this, so please don't expect anything soon, but know that we're here working hard for you.
Okay, the fighting game, I'm actually super excited for that. I've been loving fighting games since I was a kid, playing like Street Fighter and Tekken and even Toshinden and stuff like that way back, and Dead or Alive and stuff. So seeing that with the characters of League of Legends is honestly just a very awesome thing, in my opinion. You know, as they said, just seeing the characters from a different perspective and generally those stuff of things is just awesome. And the cool thing is, you know, in pretty much all fighting games today, they have these extra skins and stuff like that. And we already have that in League of Legends, you know? Like Malphite, using Mecha Malphite as a skin. I mean, seriously, two characters I really hope for appearing in a fighting game is obviously Blitzcrank and Malphite. Dragons would be cool, Poppy. I would love to see Darius, we already had them, I mean, Jax, and if Jax is not in a fighting game, I don't know what's gonna happen. It would be weird. But seriously, I'm super stoked for that. That is definitely an awesome thing. Seriously, I would love to see that. It reminds me actually, Blizzard made I think it was Blizzard made an April Fool joke years ago about a fighting game like that with the different characters from the different Blizzard franchises, stuff like that. Which is sad because I actually would enjoy that. So fun to see Riot actually taking that.
My hope is that Riot continues on for many, many years and decades to come as a company that players can count on to have their back.
We're really excited to see how people react, and you know, we believe that there's an incredible opportunity to sort of make some player dreams come true in a bunch of new ways, and we hope we can do that.
Seriously, that's...
Hey everyone, I'm Anna, and I'm the executive producer on one of those games you just saw, codenamed Project A. We've talked about our philosophy on developing new games here at Riot, but I figured we could also show you some. We're making new games, and this one's different, so here it is.
Awesome.
Project A is our character-based tactical shooter. It's competitive.
Freak!
It has precise gunplay.
Tyler!
It's set
Everybody
on
got
a
killed.
beautiful near-future Earth, and it has a lethal cast of characters, each with their own unique abilities. This is our take on a competitive shooter.
That looks so cool, seriously.
We promise that just like League, we're in this for years and years to come.
That's awesome.
With Project A, we're staying
Oh.
true to the high-consequence gameplay of tac shooters. But we want to evolve the space.
First of all, I want to say, Freak, you die all the time. Seriously, Freak. Stop dying. But first of all, I must say, it kind of, the style of this, with the colors and the things like that, reminds me of Paladins. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I know there is this, like, Paladin versus Overwatch and, you know, always this kind of stuff. But I personally enjoy both Overwatch and Paladins. In my opinion, I think both of them have their own charms and stuff like that. Even if they are very similar games at certain points and certain stuff like that. So I don't really have a problem with this being looking kind of similar to Paladins, but in that regard. But how this will be as a game, I'm really, really curious about. And I'm definitely not shy to try it out just to see. And it looks really cool. Though, Freak, FPS doesn't seem to be your thing. And now you see Freak seemingly like, am I a joke to you? And then we just laugh because, yeah. You know, Freak, puns. I thought that was fun.
We want a tac shooter with more creativity, more expression, and a lot more style. In Project A, your abilities create amazing tactical opportunities for your gunplay to shine. We started with a crew of veteran developers who have a deep passion and a wide range of experience in the FPS space. But it's not enough to have the right team. We also need to solve the right problems. But what does that really mean? Well, we're all tired of seeing our bullets not register because of low server tick rates. We keep hearing buzzwords like dedicated servers, but almost nothing about low ping or how a game plans to fight Peeker's advantage. But with Project A, we're going big on things like global infrastructure and netcode designed to go to war on Peeker's advantage. You'll hear more technical details as we get closer to launch, but just know, we know
good.
these are critical things to get right.
Yeah, seriously, that's awesome.
Now let's talk about the cheaters. We know you hate second-guessing if you really lost, or if someone was running an aimbot or a wall hack. From day one, we have put anti-cheat at the forefront of our development, and we will do whatever it takes to preserve the integrity of your matches. We want to be firm in our commitment here, because this matters to us, and we know it really matters to you. And these are just some examples of what we mean when we say we want to do a character-based tactical shooter right. We're keeping the fundamentals that make this genre so competitive, but also bring in some new additions. We're going heads down for a while, but expect to hear more from us in 2020. In the meantime, keep an eye on our Riot Games Twitter feed for any updates and maybe a few cool teases. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, seriously, I am legit curious about Project A and what it's gonna be for kind of game. And I'm seriously, as I always with these games and stuff like that, it's the amount of work and details and stuff. Like when, you know, when she did that, like acid wall, whatever it was. Yes, that thing is fucking just the amount of work to make that. And just seeing here right now on the screen, the amount of computers and stuff is insane. It's so much to make all of these things happen, what we take for granted. And I go for both the big and the small gamers and companies, stuff like that. It's a lot of work to it. The poor there.
Hi, I'm Jeff Jew.
I'm Andrew Yip.
And we have a confession.
Hello.
We're making a card game.
What?
What? Ah, that's a good one. I like that. And Earth.
Okay. We know what some of you might be thinking. Riot, there are plenty of card games. Why are you making another one?
And we get it. We've been playing them since we were kids, so we're super familiar with the flaws of our favorite genre. Spending an entire paycheck just to try another deck, over-the-top RNG deciding which player wins, metas that get solved way too fast, and cards that stay broke way too long. So we asked ourselves, what if we could change all that?
We spent a lot of time thinking about what we would do differently. And now we're aiming to shake up the card game formula by keeping what's great, improving what's not, and adding some new twists of our own. We've been hard at work making the best card game that we can imagine, one that we hope players everywhere will love. And we're super excited to show you what we've got so far.
Today, we're going to share 3 things we hope will excite you too. How we're bringing the world of League of Legends to this game, what makes our gameplay unique, and finally, how you unlock cards.
Let's do it.
Okay. This is...
When we decided to make a card game in the League of Legends universe, we knew where we had to start, the champions. Ask any League player and they'll tell you why their main is the most badass, exciting, and satisfying champ to play.
Or, as I assume actually most people would say, why Riot did you nerf my baby? I mean...
Our goal is to make the champions in Legends of Runeterra live up to those expectations and then some. In the first set, you can choose from 24 champion cards to include in your deck, each with a unique mechanic inspired by their original League abilities. Champions enter the battle as powerful cards, and if you play smart, they level up to become even more epic. These level ups are game-changing moments, both strategically and visually.
Man, that's
Champions are key cards to build your deck around, but to take down the enemy nexus, you're going to need a team. Pick allies that support your champ's strategy to level up fast and take control of the board.
And you have tons of supporting cards to choose from. You'll encounter some familiar faces and discover completely new ones. Every card and character in the game comes from a region of Runeterra. At launch, you have access to cards.
I don't know what that is, but I need when they gave Grumpy Cat the mech. I don't know who that is. I want that as a playable character. I mean, I guess it would be like Ravens 2.0, but...
Cards from 6 major regions. Demacia, Noxus, Freljord, Piltover and Zon, Ionia, and the Shadow Isles. Each region has a distinct playstyle and strategic advantage. But things get even more interesting when you combine cards from 2 different regions. There's a deck for every personality and playstyle. But it's up to you to find the right cards for your winning strategy, or a different kind of strategy.
We believe
Goat
the best card games are the ones where you make meaningful choices and constantly interact with your opponent, while the worst ones feel like complicated solitaire. So, we're designing Legends in Runeterra to really focus on that back and forth between you and the player on the other side of the screen. Each of you trying to anticipate the other's move and then beat them to the punch. You'll probably start with a strategy in mind and a win condition on the horizon. But as you alternate actions with your opponent, you'll need to think quick and make on-the-fly decisions. It's all about finding opportunities to predict what your opponent will do next, adapt your strategy, and achieve that ultimate outplay.
Man,
the moment when you pull off your plan and make the move that wins you the game.
In our experience, these moments are the best part of a good card game. So we want to increase how often they happen and ensure that there are multiple paths to get there.
Now we could spend hours talking about all the ways you can win, but they told us to keep this video short, so here's a few.
Buff and Tough, Jouster's Bounce House, Spider Stampede, Barrier Buddies, Gadaclys, Death and Attacks. What? Stage 1 Denial, Frostbite, Spectral Combo, Demacia, Shrimadoo, just fewer things all till the cows come home. What about the cows? Dual Wheel Assembly Boss Rollout, I like that, sounds like Transformers. Noxus Beatdown, sounds cool. No Champ Control, that is no good. When it rains, it pours. Well, that's funny. Scars, can't touch this. Frozen Chicken Nuggets, I'm hungry. Total Recall, it was a decent movie. Surfs up at the Shadow Isle, I don't think we should surf there. Spellstorm, I can't spell. 10 mana to Enlightenment. I'm dumb.
In
I don't
Legends
know.
of Runeterra, it's skill above all.
Oh,
No
God.
game is over until it's over, and there will always be new cards and strategies to discover.
But there's probably still a big question on your mind. How do I actually get all these cards? We thought for a long time about what we, as players, would want the answer to be. With most card games, it takes a lot of time, money, or luck to get what you want. And if the only way you can get cards is at random, that sucks. We think one of the most fun aspects of a card game is experimenting with the different kinds of decks to find your style.
And that's really hard to do when unlocking new stuff is too random or too expensive. So one of our top priorities is to give you more choice in how you get your cards. To start, Legends of Runeterra is free to play. As you play, you'll complete quests and earn experience to advance and automatically unlock new cards. But which region you unlock first is totally up to you.
Cool.
You decide where your cards come from and can switch regions whenever you want, which makes assembling your dream deck a whole lot easier.
We get how fun Kraken packs can be. It's paying for the card lottery that really sucks. So at the start of each week, you'll also unlock chests from the vault. These chests level up the more you play. They can also contain wild cards, which can be turned into any card you want. No guessing required. But we know sometimes you just want a guaranteed way to get specific cards too. So instead of waiting for the right drop, you can unlock cards for your collection using shards you've earned or coins you've bought.
Bottom line, in Legends of Runeterra, you will never pay for randomized packs. And you have a bunch of different ways to get the cards you actually want. No matter what, you'll end up with multiple decks for both casual duels and the competitive meta.
We're really excited to focus less on selling packs and more on the things that make a card game great. Deep, interactive strategy, frequent releases and balance updates, and endless experimentation.
We hope that by focusing on these things above all else, Legends of Runeterra can grow to become more than just a game. Like League back in 2009, we believe the journey is just beginning, and with your help, we can create something incredible together. What you've seen today is a foundation which we intend to build on for years to come. The full PC beta is coming in early 2020, and you can pre-register for both PC and mobile right now at playruneterra.com.
We bought that URL, right guys? .com?
And I know we said we only have 3 things to share today, but we might actually have one more.
Are we ready? Guess we'll find out.
For the next 5 days, we're rolling out a special preview patch of Legends of Runeterra on PC. Head to playruneterra.com and pre-register for a chance to get access right now. You can also check out live streams on Twitch to see more gameplay and link your Riot account to increase your chance at getting access.
A lot of things are work in progress.
Should try that.
And we're still developing the final features, but we're super excited for you all to get a first look. And if you don't get a chance to play this time around, don't worry. We'll be back with another preview patch before the end of the year.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And until then, we hope you enjoy your first peek at Legends of Runeterra.
Okay, I mean, obviously every time they say like, this is not about packs and money or anything like that, it's about the experience. The naive part of me wants to say, yes, I agree, but the cynical part of me, of course, say like, yeah, sure, it's a company, they want money, and that is natural, of course. So I always take when they say stuff like that with a huge chunky salt. You know, it's take that with a grain of salt or a truckload of it. But I am though curious about this game. It look, first of all, visually appealing, and I personally gotta say I like card games. I like Hearthstone and stuff like that. I played Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. Never Magic the Gathering though, because it was never really what I know about super big in Sweden, where I'm from and living in, as a kid especially. And even if it was popular, it was such a small cliche group, and it was really hard to buy cards here, back in the days at least. It was just a very few limited stores where you could buy them, and where I grew up in a small town, finding Magic the Gathering card was like literally impossible, so I never really grew up playing that. And I did get actually a small pack of Magic the Gathering, because I'm just like the cards, you know. I like to gather stuff. I'm a hoarder. When I'm 90 years old, I have 95 cats and 5 million things that is worth nothing. But I like to gather things. And one thing I do remember with that pack of Magic the Gathering I got was a card. I don't remember what kind of card. It was something with one ogre think he caught 5 goblins, and 5 goblins think he caught 1 ogre, that they caught 1 ogre. I don't remember, but just that very thing, that I remember of that. But yes, though still, the fact that you can get all cards without needing to buy them, that is something I think is good. That I think is good. I mean, if you want to buy with money, or if you're using balance, as they say, those shards, stuff like that, I think that's okay. If you want to buy, go for it. If you want to take time just to grind up slowly, that is which I would do, because I can't afford buying stuff. I'm poor. But I think that is a great thing, and I'm curious. As I said, it looks visually appealing and very interesting. And of course, playing lots of League in my days, I'm excited to see what kind of stuff and cards and shit like that gotta be in this. I'm curious. So,
We love it when we have the opportunity to connect with all of you directly. And so much has happened since we all started on this journey over 10 years ago that we really just wanted to take a moment to say thank you. We've always aspired to be worthy of the passion, the love, and the dedication that you all have for League, and we are committed to bringing that same level of care and attention to everything that we do in the future.
And I really want to emphasize the thank you for sticking with us through the ups and downs of this journey. through painful server outages and game-breaking bugs. Our failures to listen and get certain things right, tons of misfires and missteps, not to mention about 72 different Rise reworks. Because through it all, we've built together over the last 10 years this game, this community, this sport, and this world of Runeterra. And on that last note, we're committed to finding ways to bring the stories from Runeterra to life. And before we wrap, we'd like to share a glimpse into one last thing that we've been working on.
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the Arcane. So I think, yeah, right? Oh yeah, it is. Oh gosh. But my god, this have been... Whew. It have been so many things here, and my god. I can't wait to see what this is gonna be. It is so much amazing stuff. Many amazing videos. I love that. But I am interested, because as some of you mentioned that the characters we see here, their fear is that it's that it could be Vi, Jinx, and Jace as kids. And you know what? I could see that be. I mean, we only have I don't have any evidence at all, except they are Noxus and stuff like that, obviously. And no, not Noxus. What the fuck was it called? Piltover. There we go. Piltover and Sion is a character, not Sound. There we go. I'm sorry, my brain is scrambled. But yeah, seriously, these have been some really awesome revelation. My god, I'm happy I saw this entire thing. I should have done it yesterday, but I didn't. I failed that one. But my god, these have been awesome, and I'm wondering how they came to do. I mean, this is. I wouldn't be surprised if they release like one thing, but this is so many things at the same time. Like league to mobile phone, an FPS, a card game, and animated stories, and what else was there? You know, there was so much stuff there. My brain is trying to comprehend everything. And I love that. I'm super happy to see that they actually put down so much work and everything to it. Because, I mean, I like League of Legends. It's one game that I play once in a while, especially with my cousin Kenny, aka Gorillan. I play with my one of my best friends, Tim Sabuayomo, as he called, and I have played with many, and I got to meet one of my mods and friends, Jubnut, through League of Legends. And I know some of you watchers probably came to my channel through League of Legends, so it's something that I take to heart and means a lot to me. And I'm curious to see what all of this stuff gonna lead to. I'm definitely gonna try them all out. I'm not gonna ending up being grinding and playing all of the games constantly, but probably at least. What do I know? We don't know what's gonna happen in the future. So I'm curious though. I want to watch and see what's gonna be with these games. And hopefully I get to try them out, and maybe I'll do some videos on that, maybe not, it depends on what you guys think. And then I'm also curious about how all of this, if it feels like Riot like literally bombing out all of this stuff now, considering Blizzard and their PR nightmare they have with the Hong Kong thing and all of that. And I kind of feel like I'm a big support for Hong Kong and all that, so Blizzard kind of fucked themselves over with that statement and stuff they released. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna go with Riot's now bombshell of releases. It's crazy amount of stuff, and I'm excited for that. And I need to watch Worlds. It's going on right now with all of the games and all. This was amazing stuff. I hope you all enjoyed watching this with me, and what are your thoughts about this stuff? I am excited to see what it's gonna be like. And what do you say, Tifa? Chungus. So yeah, this took a bit while, and I'm sorry if I'm blabbering about, but my brain is literally made right now. It's been going on for quite a bit here right now. But yes, thank you for watching. See you later on, and have a continued super great day.